Welcome everyone to Planet of NY Sports. Here we talk Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, and a little bit of Knicks and Nets. So we got some news for you guys. We got some possible draft predictions. We'll get into all of it right now. But if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts about this video and anything we cover in this video. So, Jet fans, I know you guys are going to be happy about this. Zach Wilson is gone. Gone, I say gone. Zach Wilson is heading to the Denver Broncos for a 6th and a 7th round pick. Wow. Roderick, just give me your reaction to this.
I think it's good for Zach Wilson to get a change of scenery and potentially start because, the Broncos quarterback is currently Jarrett Stidham. He is not good at football at the NFL level. So it's good for Zach Wilson. Also good for the Jets just to kind of officially say that they made a mistake. The Zach Wilson pick, it wasn't a good one, wasn't a smart one. And it's just time to move on with the Rodgers era, so to speak. So.
Okay, and we can stay on the Jets here. Where do the Jets go in the draft? I have suggested Brock Bowers. What is your feeling about what they should do?
I mean, I'm inclined to agree. I think Brock Bowers brings a dynamic to the offense they certainly haven't had in my lifetime. I can't remember the last time the Jets had a good tight end. Their current one is Tyler Conklin, Vikings legend. And I think they still have CJ Uzomah. So it's not good. Especially with Rodgers, older quarterback, you need to have a safety valve. When you get Brock Bowers in there, he's definitely a playmaking tight end, so to speak. He's gonna bring a different dynamic to that offense. Potentially, I hate to say this, Sam Laporta did with the Lions last year. So, it can all work out in a certain way as it did.
Yep. Now let's move on to the other New York football team. Technically New York, because I know Roderick likes to say New Jersey. But okay. So when talking about the Giants, I have some very strong opinions on this. I could see it going a certain way. I get it. But for me, this is for me. The Giants should absolutely not. And I'm going to name one player they shouldn't pick. And that is J.J. McCarthy. Okay. Let's get real here, Giant fans. Let's get real here. J.J. McCarthy was on a stacked Michigan team. Stacked. He was always handing the ball off. Yeah, he makes some nice throws like this one. Okay, this obvious. Okay, nice. Okay, you know what? This is going to make me look bad, so I'm just going to, get rid of that. But anyways, when I look at this Giants team, as it stands right now, let's just look at their offense. Running back, Devin Singletary. No scrub. But you don't got Saquon Barkley there anymore. When I'm looking at the wide receivers, and this is obvious, this is the position I'm drafting if I'm the Giants GM. You got Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, Jalen Hyatt. He's developing, nice young player. But when I'm looking at this Giants wide receiver core, it is bad. Roger, just give me some of your thoughts on the state of the Giants wide receivers.
I mean, not good. It's not good. Jalen Hyatt, okay, cool. He should be your wide receiver 3. On any competent team, he's a wide receiver 3 at best.
And could develop into a 2, I guess, but not a 1.
Definitely not a 1. Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton, and you need a wide receiver. It's Russ has been telling me they're not a quarterback away. So to draft a quarterback and to bring him into this offense, I mean, what type of success are you expecting him to have? And that's not to say that you could start him bench him for a year under Daniel Jones. I don't know what he's going to learn under Daniel Jones, but it's a different conversation for a different time. You don't need to go quarterback here, and obviously next year's quarterback class isn't that great, but But if I was a GM, I'd rather build my team, and get the quarterback later, than get the quarterback earlier and have him thrown to nobody, being protected by nobody. So they should stay away from every quarterback. Every quarterback.
Okay.
All.
I'm going to pause here because he said stay away from every quarterback. Obviously, there's some bias there because there's a potential guy that they could trade up for, and I'm going to just obviously I'm going to give the argument for that. I still kind of don't like doing that if I'm the Giants because you got to look at it this way. Okay, I understand Dable is in a situation where if he has another really bad year, and especially hearing all the stuff about him, being a little. He's a hothead and he fights with other coaches, blah, blah, blah. This could be a make or break year for him. And if he doesn't get his quarterback and he sucks, pause. If he has another bad season again, we could be looking at another head coach. But if Dable says, you know what, I'm going to draft my QB, you give me time with my QB, that gives Dable at least another 2 more seasons. So, obviously, the Giants have, floated out the possibility of trading up along with other teams, possibly for Drake May. Now, how do I feel about this? Obviously, Drake May, okay. I don't know how I feel about, a North Carolina QB. We already saw one with a Duke QB. That is on the New York Giants, I might say. But I think this is a different situation, though. I think Drake May, I like his potential more than I did with Daniel Jones a few years ago. Also, obviously, he's going to need some work. He's going to have to sit under Daniel Jones. And like Roderick said, what is he going to learn under him? Probably not much. Yeah, probably not much. But you got Brian Dable, who, could probably, this could be another Josh Allen type of situation. However, what you're going to have to give up is the thing here. Because if you're the Giants and the Patriots, I don't think it should take 2 first-round picks, given that, the Giants, they have the 6th pick, as opposed to the Vikings. Obviously, it's later in the draft, so it would be different. But if it's the Giants, if it were 2 first-round picks, I am staying away from this. I'm staying away. And Roderick and I, we looked at the draft class for next year. We said, obviously, it's not great in total. However, the Giants are going to be bad next year. I don't expect, I've said it a million times over, their schedule is tough. They might be they might have another bad season. So is it worth it to potentially, if you have to give up 2 first-round picks just to move up 3 spots? No, absolutely not, especially for this Giants team. Roderick, let me know your thoughts on that.
I mean, yeah, like you said, they're not a quarterback away. So it doesn't make sense to leverage your future to try and make a play at Drake May. And, Drake May could be whatever. He's going to be the greatest quarterback of all time, but, he's a little biased in it. Anyway, it's not worth it with this current roster, with this current team, to make a move for a quarterback, unless you were trying to get up to Caleb Williams or a Jaden Daniels, which they're not going to do. It doesn't make sense. You should stay where you are, pick at 6. And kind of evaluate your options from there. We don't know who's going to be there at 6. We don't know if Malik Neighbors is going to be there or, whoever could be there. So you gotta let the cards fall where they may and do what you can at 6, in my mind.
Yeah, and I have also seen a situation. Some Giant fans are like, "Oh, they should trade down." That's another thing I hate.
Who says no?
I hate that as well. Not with you, like with just other teams in general for whatever reason. Fans are just like, yeah, they should trade down. Okay. Let's okay. You were literally saying to me earlier they should stay where they are. But when I'm looking at the Giants, we haven't had a wide receiver that teams were scared of since OBJ. After OBJ, we had Golden Tate. We tried to Golden Tate, Giants legend. As I say,
shout out Jalen Ramsey,
yeah. After Golden Tate, I don't even want to say his name.
Kenny Galladay.
What a waste of money that guy was. Holy, don't get me started on him.
He's a legend for what he did to the Giants.
Yeah, it was an astounding one touchdown in a meaningless last game of the season against the Philadelphia Eagles.
So it was a nice
yeah, catch. It was a nice catch, but we gave him a 4-year contract and we cut him after 2 years. The Giants are in dire need of a strong weapon. And when you're looking at this wide receiver class, yes, I understand that it is deep. And if you want to trade down, fine. But I think you get a guy like Malik Neighbors, who, dare I say, he's only 20 years old. You don't see that a lot with a lot of guys coming out of college. You don't see that. He's very young. If you can actually give whoever the quarterback is, whether that's Daniel Jones or if they whatever, you give him someone to throw to, a guy that actually could be really good. I think this is a really massive step in the right direction for the Giants. And you can put yourself in a position where you're, eventually like the Vikings a few years down the line. I'm just saying building in terms of building.
You're a long ways away.
No. Hear me out. This is what I'm saying. In terms of building your team, you can get a quarterback. I don't like the quarterbacks next year. Let's just say, you fill out maybe the secondary in the first round next year if you like a guy there. Okay, you got the 2026 draft class. Because this Giants team, Giant fans, and I know you guys are going to hate this, but we are a long ways away from, being really good. We are long ways from that. I get our defense is really good. I get that. Defense is good. Secondary's bad, though. And the offense, obviously the offensive line, besides Andrew Thomas and, John Michael Schmitz, But you go to 2026, you got Malachi Nelson. You got a certain Manning QB that I wouldn't be opposed to drafting. I think the Giants should take that approach as opposed to trying to hotshot a rookie QB on this current roster when it is not going to make any difference at all. Roger, do you think a rookie QB coming in here is going to make any difference for the Giants?
Nope.
Yeah, it's really not. It would be a waste of a pick, especially when there's other talent and other positions that the Giants need. The Giants need wide receiver, O-line. You got those positions there. The Giants should take advantage of that. I get Dable might be in a situation, though, where he's like, he feels like he needs to get his guy because if he doesn't get his guy and he has another bad year, like I said, he might be gone. But this is the better way to do it. That's just all I'm going to say here. If you want to come in the comments and you want to talk about drafting QB, fine. We can have a discussion about it. We'll see on draft day. But if the Giants draft J.J. McCarthy, I'm going to lose my mind. Now, if you could all do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you all in the next video. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you think the Giants should draft? Who do you think the Jets should draft? Who do you think is going to be the best QB of this draft? Who do you think is going to be?
May.
Okay. Who do you think is going to be the worst QB of this draft? Let me know your thoughts down below, and we'll see you all in the next video.